Now, before we get started here today, I want to say a little bit something about Cartoon Network. And if you don't care about this and just want to get to the review, here's the time code. So, I usually only watch TV for Star, Cartoon, right? Star, Steven, Rick and Morty, when that starts up again, and, right, shows like that. So, right, I don't really see anything that's going on with that network. But I turned it on like 10 minutes before the episode started in Powerpuff Girls, right? I've seen like a single episode of the Powerpuff Girls reboot, thought it was stupid, haven't cared for it since. I turn it on and that they're at like the end of an episode and I was like, I'm watching this and I'm like, what the actual hell is going on here? The Powerpuff Girls are barely in it and I'm like, oh my god, this is stupid. And they freaking kill a guy. So yeah, no, that was stupid. And then all of a sudden I'm watching the commercials and it's like, hey, here's a children's toy that's a toilet. It squirts water at you. Kind of like Uno Attack, but stupider. God, is this really what Cartoon Network's become? Okay. Yeah. Maybe we do need shows like, of course, we need shows like Steven, because if this is what the rest of kids' entertainment is like, oh my god, pray for them, people. But yeah, on to the actual review. So, Steven Universe Tiger Philanthropist. I do want to apologize, just preemptively, I did not take notes on this episode, so yeah. So the episode starts off, they're doing wrestling, right? They beat up some Sharkamania guy, and then Amethyst is like, oh, I'm bored of this now, and leaves, right? Steven follows her out, and I actually like the idea that this entire time, because wasn't the original wrestling episode Tiger Millionaire in like the first like 20? I'd like to think that the entire time they've been doing wrestling. That's actually a really, it's kind of fun. It's nice to think about. Like, oh, they've been having this special bonding moment the entire time, and we've never seen anything. It adds depth, right? So Amethyst is like, oh, we don't need wrestling anymore, right? So they leave. Steven heads over to the Big Donut, and of course Lars, who was a Tiger Millionaire fan, is heartbroken. He's like, oh, why did he have to retire? Sadie knows who, of course, that Steven is Tiger Millionaire. And, well, she's like 90% sure. So, Lars is like, oh, if only he could just come back, right? Oh, Purple Puma, whatever, right? So, Steven at the wrestling comes back. He's like, oh, I'm no longer Tiger Millionaire. I'm Tiger Philanthropist. Which, okay, I remember, the name. Okay, this is the one episode I've always kind of wondered about. Because back in, I want to say season 2, like 25 plus episodes titles were leaked, right? Do you guys remember this? And one of them was Tiger Philanthropist. The entire third season came out, didn't show up. And now we're like more than halfway done with the fourth season. And nope, here it is, Tiger Philanthropist. So yeah. It's good to finally see this one. But basically his whole gimmick is he's just throwing money around, his jungle bucks or whatever. He beats up these two guys, right? The Wolves of Wall Street. That was a really funny joke. This entire episode is just full of funny jokes. It's on point. I had a smile on my face the entire time. It was exactly what we needed after the last episode. This episode even does the last episode better than the last episode, and we'll get to that. But yeah, while it doesn't forgive the sins of the last episode, it's on the right track. But right, he beats up these people. He beats up the Wolves of Wall Street, right? We get some fun wrestling imagery, right? And he's like, his whole new gimmick is throwing money on people. And Lars really isn't down for it. So Steven confronts Lars the next day. He's like, oh, did you like it? And he was like, nah, it's just, they changed up the gimmick, right? It wasn't like it used to be. It lost some of the fun, right? And it's not like we really asked for this. So Steven's like, what do you want? He's like, I don't know. I don't even know what I want for breakfast. What makes you think I know what I want for my wrestling? This is also attacking critic, right? Attacking a critical statement, but it's more general, right? It's, the idea that Not everybody likes sequels, right? People will say, oh yeah, we definitely want a sequel. But then when the actual sequel comes out, we're like, that's not good. They changed up too much, right? I was going to use the comparison of Ghostbusters to Ghostbusters 2, but then I realized Ghostbusters 2 is literally just Ghostbusters all over again. Right? But, and it's a thought that most people, right? I've definitely had it before. So that's why this episode works over something like Rocknaldo, is because it's taking a general point when it comes to making fun of people. It's also a very self-aware episode, which Rocknaldo wasn't. And yeah, because I don't think people have said, oh, the original Steven Universe was much better than the Steven Universe reboot, because there is no reboot. Or the pilot is way better than the actual show. Nobody says that, right? So it's not like it's attacking its specific audience. So yeah, it's on the right track, at least. Well, it does work. But right, Steven goes out to wrestling the next night, and he's like, oh, I'm giving away the championship belt, right? Because he's a philanthropist. There's multiple times where they actually explain what the word like philanthropist mean. They name a sea creature and they explain what that means, right? But all of a sudden, all these wrestling groups from the previous Tiger Millionaire episode show up. You got the Concrete Brothers, the Handsome Guys, and there were a few others. The Shark People show up, right? And they're all going for the championship belt. Lars, again, he's like, no, you can't. This is stupid, right? Nobody likes it. But then Amethyst shows up because the night before they had this whole conversation about, oh, I should probably quit wrestling as well because I thought it was our thing. Because Amethyst is like, oh, we don't need it anymore because I used to do it because I thought I was weak, but I no longer think that. You see where she's coming from, and you see where Steven's coming from, and Amethyst sees where Steven's coming from and why it was so important to him. It's well done character development. This is why Amethyst is one of my favorites, right? She gets, for all her bad moments, and trust me, there are a few, she gets moments like these where she's just really well done. Because, yeah, she comes back and she's like, I didn't realize this was our thing, right? I was thinking of it differently, but it meant more to you. So they end up going out with a bang. All the other wrestlers beat them up, and the Handsome Guys get the championship belt. And, yeah, people liked it. Right? And that's where it ends. It's a good episode. It's good. It kept me laughing. It kept a smile on my face. And yeah, now from here, I don't know if we're entering a hiatus again or not. I saw an episode called Room for Ruby on the wiki, so yeah, we'll see. But yeah, no. I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Until next time, peace.